Okay, everybody, cancer is real. It affects tens of thousands of people every year. Just my type, just leukemia. But that does not mean that it's the end of everything. In fact, if you can battle through, you'll find that more often than not, you can take care of the rest of whatever you need to take care of in your life. And it's not a battle easily won. It's something that's not just fought and done. It's fought again and again and again over the years, and it's never done. I'm gonna have to go get blood test done once every 3 months, 2 years after I go into remission. After that, probably at least twice a year. I mean, it's good incentive to go back to the hospital and get yourself checked out. But it's a reality that stuff does come back. I'm still in the consolidation phase at the beginning. I've got 6.5 more months of treatment. I'll have the PICC line in for the entire time. Can't really have too much sunlight. The treatment causes your skin to be really sensitive to like sunburn and other things. Causes your skin to peel, get really oily, soft skin. I mean, there are worse things to have as a side effect, but they're there. Besides that, I can't really go in the water with this thing on, so swimming's out of the question, and I'm not allowed to lift 10 pounds with it, so kind of working out is out of the question. But that does not mean that I give up on everything that I want to do. I've been telling myself for years that I wanted to try and dance, and since I'm back home, the treatment doesn't severely affect me, and exercise is just going to do you some good. I figured, why not? Now's the time to start. I've got a lot of time off work. They're helping pay for all this process. I got good disability benefits, and I'm really working on bettering myself. Let's just need to focus. There we go. Yeah, I'm really trying to focus on bettering myself. Why? Because I have nothing better to do. I've been telling myself that this is a goal that I have in my life, and for the longest time I didn't partake in it because I wasn't that great at it. Well, surprise, no one's good at anything when they start. I'm still not good at it. I just started yesterday. But I can tell already that it's going to be a big part of my life because I have so much time to work on it. This is going to be my life for the next 6.5 months. I can't do some of the other things that I'd really like to do, so in a way, this became an opportunity to do one of the things that I want to do. Cancer sucks. Okay, the whole treatment in the hospital, no way around it. Everybody's been there who had cancer. They know waking up in the morning, throwing up, feeling like you can't even do anything, can't get up and go use the bathroom on your own. Been there. I actually had one of the easier treatments that I'd seen at the hospital. It's just a specific type of leukemia that I had. It's a specific type of treatment, and it's kind of weird to say lucky in the same sentence as cancer, but I was lucky. I had a really rare subtype that is cured rather easily. 60 years ago, I'd be dead. It's how far we've come along with cancer treatment, and every day that I spend in the clinic getting my infusions, I hear that all the time. It's not the same as it used to be. There's a lot of people who still make it that 50 years ago, even 10 years ago, didn't even make it. So there is hope. There is an opportunity. It does not mean the end of your life. It just means the beginning of possibly something that you never had the opportunity to do. Whether it was you had priorities set differently or your mind cleared up after this whole process, because mine did. When the doctor walks in and tells you that this is the sort of cancer that's hyperacute, it kills 100% of the people who don't get treatment, and when I had come in, it was getting really close. If I had injured myself in any way, my platelets were so low I could have bled out. So that'll change your perspective on things. For me, that perspective was do more things, take more chances, be who you want to be. Because you are not guaranteed tomorrow. You're not even guaranteed the next 3 hours. So what do you have to lose? What's the waste in doing what you love, doing what you've always wanted to do? Because little do you know, not even that. You don't even know. You don't even know. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. So I'm going to do what I want today. doesn't hurt anybody. It just makes me better. Dancing is an exercise. It helps the whole process. I really don't have much more to say. I just want to try to give an update to everybody. It's been a while. I'm doing really well. I'm healthy as for cancer standards. I'm just going to the clinic and making sure that whatever I had goes away. So that's all I'm doing. There's lots of people who fight a lot longer than I even am going to have it. Just pray for those out there, because I do. I walk in there every day and I see people that are in the clinic getting different sorts of treatments, having different sort of cancers, and they look pretty rough. And for very good reason. It's not the same for everybody. Cancer doesn't discriminate, it doesn't hate, it doesn't love, it's just there. And it's up to us to fight it the best way we can. I was told that you only have two choices in life. One is the attitude that you have presented with any situation. Two is how you handle that, how you handle those situations. And if the outcome is not happiness in any sort of way, I think you're doing it wrong. I'm a very firm believer in God and the way Jesus handled things. He didn't hate. In fact, he did quite the opposite. He loved his enemies. And what more can you possibly do to throw somebody off than to love your enemies? A lot of people who end up having a terrible attitude towards life most of the time have some sort of bad history or background. People just aren't inherently terrible. It's something that they grew up with, or they were treated differently. Or everybody has the same goodness in them. And coming back to being sick, don't let that bring you down to that point. I had it in my head that a few minutes after being diagnosed, I told myself, I'm going to smile throughout this whole thing. Why? Because I'm going to be known as that person. If I have to leave this planet and go beyond to wherever that is, I want to be known as the one that was smiling at the end of it. There's not a lot of good stories about the person who had a grimace on his face, just a frown, an upsetting, terrible attitude. Albeit warranted if it's your deathbed. But people aren't going to know you anymore once you're dead. They're going to know who you were up to that point. Knowing that, I was going to smile on the face of it all. It's not anything to be intimidated by. Your attitude determines a lot of outcomes of the people around you, yourself included. The act of smiling even though you're upset is, the study has been that it actually does make you happy. Smiling in the face of anger and being upset will still make you happier than you were before. You can be a slave to the way that you felt about that, and there are a few times where that does happen. But ultimately it's up to you to decide how you really want to feel about it, how you really want to act, how everybody else is going to remember you once you leave. Now, I'm not saying getting cancer means you were going to disappear, but fighting it with a smile, fighting it with a positive attitude, you're going to affect everybody else around you, your nurses, your family, your friends. And they're going to go out, leaving your room, and spread that word into the world about the way you handled it. It's going to improve their lives because they see that somebody can go through something as rough as cancer and come out on top. Not just have it cured. Some people don't even have it cured, but they come out on top because they smiled on the face of it all. They went at it with a positive attitude. They stay having a positive attitude. It makes you appreciate life every day more and more because somebody can do that. Not everybody can do that. But I challenge you to wake up today and tomorrow and the day after and determine how you're going to handle the situations that are thrown at you every day in a positive attitude with a smile on your face, because you're not guaranteed tomorrow. So be happy with what you have today. I'm happy, I'm healthy, I'm back home. My friends and family supported me throughout this whole process. Just want to say thank you to all of them, everybody who actually checks up on me, looks at these videos. It's all for you guys, because I'm happy with where I'm at. Cancer got me, but it's not going to get me down. It shouldn't get you down either.